Hey guys, it is Carrie, the Invisible Goddess. Today is January 3rd, and this is the Invisible Goddess Podcast, episode 5. Thanks for coming back. Welcome if you're new. I have decided to change from fortnightly podcasting, which is every other week, to weekly. It should help me be able to edit my videos because the videos themselves should be shorter. So let's get into it. I only have 2 whips right now. The first one, promise I am actually prepared this time. I wrote my notes out and everything, so I just copied them, I typed them and printed them. So the first whip we have is my sock. I haven't touched it in probably a week and a half. So it's rolling pretty fierce, but you can see I'm definitely off the cuff now and I'm onto the sock. Unfortunately, my pinky finger, I think because I end up doing this, it's irritating me like right there. So I put it down, haven't touched it for a week and a half. I might pick it up sporadically once whatever's going on with my finger stops. And then the other whip, if you check back in my vlogs, or actually later in this podcast, because I'm going to show you a picture, I had made a football hat for my oldest niece's boyfriend, which he liked all his presents. And I decided, I still need to finish or make a Christmas gift for my boss. So I was going to make another one, but somehow I have made this into a cone. I mean, it looks okay when it's folded, but it is definitely conical when it's not folded. So I'm going to rip this out and start over again. It is the same Red Heart Super Saver in brown. Didn't have a ball band. It was gifted to me from Emily. I should say crooked. You guys, I'll turn you around and show you my setup, but you guys are kind of leaning to the side because the selfie stick that I have you on, I can't center the phone on it because of the buttons. So for that hat, I am using an eye hook, and I really prefer boy hooks, so that's what we're using. And I thought I was going to do so good. I even have my darning needles. They're not darning needles. What are these? Maybe it is darning needle. Whatever you use. God. Guys, I am out of practice. A yarn needle? In front of my face. A yarn needle to weave my ends. I even put that in the project bag, which I'm sure you guys aren't going to be surprised that I have it in a plastic bag. Really need to get better. Look, you know what? I have an empty project bag right here. So I'm going to change it to a project bag. I'm super prepared. I put a pair of scissors in there too. There we go. It's in a project bag now. And put the plastic bag back where it belongs. Okay, so that's it for whips. I might start some more in the next week, but who knows? So next is finished objects, which of course I don't fucking have next to me. Hold on. Rather than turn y'all off, pull you back. Finished objects. So I did a tutorial on how to install a zipper using the Butler Method. Sure, it's all pulled up. And the Butler Method is basically where you pull the zipper ends into the seam. You can kind of see. Yeah. You pull the zipper ends into the seam and you have nice sharp corners instead of that pull that you get when you use other methods. So I finished this yesterday. I did a little tutorial on it, and I'll put a link to that. Everything flipped around. Let's see if I can put a link to that there. And if I can't put it there, then it'll go there. So that's a finished object. And let's see, if you have watched Vlogmas, then you have seen a lot of my finished objects that I've given as gifts. So I'll just give a rundown of those, and then I will put some pictures in here. Or not quite yet here. We'll give the rundown first, and then we'll put them here. So I made a tea wallet for my executive vice president. She's always drinking tea on our team meetings, our video team meetings. So I thought that would be a good gift to give her. And then my director is fairly new to the organization. I want to say he's been here 2.5 months at this point. And he mentioned on a video call that his son is in love with Elsa. So I made the son an Elsa hat. Sucker for kids. And then another Christmas gift I made was a makeup bag for Kay. I was going to make a makeup bag for her sister G, but I vetoed that. But I also did make a lightsaber for her littlest sister M. And now I will put them in here. So in addition to those gifts, I also had an order for 4 custom face masks, which I talked about on the previous podcast. Most of this I talked about on the previous podcast. I just show you the finished projects because proves I actually did them. So I made 4 custom face masks for a gaming friend of mine. And they will go here. So I had all written out that I didn't, on my notes, that I didn't actually have any acquisitions to show you, but that is a lie. Pretty sure it was in my Clean Up the Craft Room with me video that I put the acquisitions where they belong, on the second rung of the cart that you guys are actually on. And I didn't necessarily forget about them, but I didn't have any reason to use them before now, so kind of not in the forefront of my mind when I put my notes together. But talking about those custom masks, I finally decided that it's probably in my best interest to get the pre-made adjustable earpieces, because I have elastic and I'm very much committed to using what I have. I don't know, maybe I'm trying to justify it to myself, but I don't feel like I buy a lot of stuff, but apparently I do. I mean, my money, I can do what I want. But anyway, I personally, even though I like the shape that I use, I've been having a little trouble with my glasses fogging up and the nose moving just a little bit on mine. So our first acquisition, can't open it, I have to use those scissors. How convenient that they're right here. The first acquisition was, why are you crying, Minnie? Huh? Got Kit Kat crying. Nose pieces, aluminum nose pieces. So I'm hoping if I scrunch it down, because everybody has different shaped faces and noses, and I'm using like a standard pattern. So I thought the addition of nose pieces would be beneficial, and I ordered 200 of them. Doesn't seem like there are 200 in here, but I mean, clearly I just opened it, so if they're not there, I'd be telling them that they owe me. So that was the first acquisition. And then I don't have to open the other ones. I got two 200-piece adjustable ear sets. Kind of see them on this end. So they have this little piece, like this is the soft elastic, and then there's this little piece where you adjust it to fit your face. But they're standard size, so I can use the same ones on each one, and everybody can just adjust it. And I got 200 because that's how many. I'm sorry, I got 400 because you need 2 for each mask, and I got 200 nose pieces. Hush, baby. So I am still obviously making mask sales, but you know, they're more available. Petting the cat. They're more commercially available. So I think 200 is plenty. I'm not mass producing them anymore. That was more in the beginning when commercial production needed time to ramp up. I still think mine are cooler. Not my drink over. So yeah, that's acquisitions. And then here, let me read my notes. Camera arms. So I bought 2 camera arms. Just trying to knock my, I got water and soda because I had a little trouble getting it together today. So I thought maybe caffeine was in order. Really, Minnie? You wanna lay next to me? Here, come on. Oh, life with a cat. So yeah, I got 2 camera arms, and I think I talked to you guys before in some sort of video that I did. I really don't like one of them because the arm itself is very stiff. like too stiff for me to move freely. So that's not going to work at all. I do like the arm on the other one because it's, you know, it's you can bend it into any shape. It's not like a scissor arm. However, both of them have contraptions like this where you have to pull them out. And it's when you're trying to like put the phone in there and pull at the same time so it gives it enough room to actually go in there, it's not fun. And you know, I have a crack in the phone, so I'm somewhat afraid that I'm going to launch it off of this. So I don't like them, and I'm within the return period, so I'm going to give it, you know, Christmas returns a little bit more time. You're going to fall, Minnie. And then I'm going to take it back to Kohl's because I got it off of Amazon. Oh, way to go, girl. Don't mess up Mama's blanket. So they're both cheap, you know, but for phones like this type and the claw type that I actually am trying to replace it with, those are your only real options that I can find anyway. You lay down? Come on. Come here. Come on. She's on my lap now. You lay down? You don't need your tail in my face. Yeah, so I know I have the box for one because I got it out of my recycle bin. I didn't think that I had the box for the other one, but as I was typing up my notes, I thought, like, light bulb, I think that I actually did save that box. It was a smaller one because I think it was coiled up. So I think I might have saved that and put it in my basement for, you know, shipping materials basically. So I need to check that. And if I still have it, I think I might return that one too. But again, it's going to depend on the new one that I have coming in, whether the clip is easier on my hands and I have less fear of dropping the phone and breaking it even more. And I will put that here. All right, so what's up next? I showed you guys this fabric before. It is flannel. And it's got these stylized, oh, excuse you, that's my paper. You're on my paper, Minnie. Come on. There we go. Has these stylized cats, and my friend Emily, who's the one that is very crafty like me. Perhaps we'll have her on the podcast at some point. Oh, my Lord, your nails need a cut. She asked me to, she doesn't usually do wovens. So she asked me to make her kitty cat Cole, which is Missy and Minnie's boyfriend, by the way. has fancy heated beds for her kitty cat, and he has digestive issues. If you hear that in the background, she's rubbing herself on my trash can, and she's about to make my broom fall. So if you hear something, that's it. Very distracting. So yeah, Emily has fancy heated beds for her kitty cats and kitty cat, Cole, and Cole likes to throw up. Actually doesn't like to. I'm sure he doesn't like to. He throws up a lot. So it's easier to put a pillowcase on top of the bed. So she asked me, and I said, sure. And I thought about it for a little bit, and I'm like, you know what? That fabric that I picked out for G, that might be perfect. Because she did say that Cole likes flannel. So that's on the schedule. That's on the schedule for the next week. I hope to get that done. And then, so in addition to pulling out the football hat that I had started for my boss, hopefully I'll get that done. Hats really don't take any time. I'd be surprised if it takes me 3 hours to make one, provided I get the shaping right. And I'm always like 6 rows in before I decide, no, this not working out. So in addition to ripping out and redoing the football hat for my boss, I am hopefully going to make a coordinating hat for his wife. They are new grandparents, so maybe I might decide to make one for their grandchild too, because I think that would be cute. Yeah, so guys, that's it. Even though it's been 3 weeks, this video before editing is still less than half of what the last podcast was. So I think this weekly thing might work out. We'll see how long it takes to edit. And hopefully the editing time goes down as I actually get better at this and don't trip over things. Like my words. Yeah, that's it for this week. I will see you guys again next week. I did take a bit of, that's it for this week. I took a bit of a breather after making everybody's Christmas gifts, obviously except for my boss's. But now I think it's time to get back into the swing of things. So yeah, if you enjoyed learning about my projects, and you don't think I'm too horrible to listen to, do ramble quite a bit, then I hope you will come back and join me. Go ahead and hit subscribe here or here, or actually here. It's one or the other. I'll figure it out eventually. And comment. Tell me what you're working on. I would love to hear about your projects too. Oh. She decided to come back in, so now I have to move my glasses. My cups. These are my glasses. Yeah. So until next time, peace out, homies. Guys, I attach you to the selfie stick, which is the same challenge as the other ones, but it's easier because there's this little tab to pull. Why are you crying? So that's the setup. I pull the cart in front, and I have you sitting in the basket. That's all my scrap yarn, by the way. And then these are the two arms that I purchased. So this is the mount that is very difficult to move, like the arm itself is challenging, especially considering like these move super easy. My lights. These are IKEA. And I suppose if I really wanted to, I could get another IKEA lamp, but I spent money on this. Each lamp was approximately the same price as the mount, so why should I buy another one? It's just not good for me. And then this one, which is on here because I was using it in the kitchen. This is actually a paper towel roll holder because I didn't have anything that I could attach it to on my countertop in the kitchen. So that's what I used. But this, it's the same thing where you have to try to get the phone in between. I don't have much hand strength because I have broken my hand, my thumb, and this edge of my hand previously. So, but I like this arm because it will do anything you want. And I like the swivel, but I don't like this part, you know, that you have to try to squeeze your phone in there, which is why I'm going to replace it with a clamp claw. We call it a claw type, and hopefully maybe that'll work better. If not, that one will go back too.